Okay, it's time for war games. Most most enjoyable, not really, but not a game type I'm all that interested in, but still gotta look at it in some capacity, I guess. So here we go. First one we got here is Theatre Europe. Uh, yeah, here we go. Uh, this was the most politically controversial game of last year on other micros, and it'll be interesting to see what Amstrad owners make now of the horrors of the nuclear war simulation. The hallmark of the game is its excellent creation of atmosphere and the realistic way in which it treats the whole subject. For once, a serious subject has been handled in the right manner, without letting it be just a game. The wonderful packaging includes plenty of fictional, but all too possible, background information on the build-up to a conflict in Europe. The chain of events begins with US intervention in the Middle East, and from there on, it deteriorates inevitably to to an East-West clash with the forces of NATO and the Warsaw Pact facing each other across the West German border. The information really does immerse you in the frightening possibilities and realities of such a conflict, and this continues in the program with many touches that allow no let up in the tension. The war takes place on a map of Europe, on which appear the major cities, the units on both sides, and the type of terrain. The player can take either NATO or Warsaw Pact side and play against the computer or another player. The conflict occurs in several places over 30 days, with all the decisions being made every 2 days. These break down into three basic sections of movement: attack and rebuilding for both sides. The movement phase occurs first, and each unit can move one square on the map, except in mountainous territory where movement is restricted. Each player can only control his own units, with a few neutral armies acting independently. The attack phase follows, and any unit adjacent to an enemy unit can engage it. The result is an attack. The result of the attack can either be decided by the computer, or an arcade screen can be played to determine the results of battles all across the front. This takes place against the background of the terrain you're on, and has enemy tanks, helicopters, and jet planes moving across it. You control a gun which fires missiles that can be guided to their targets. Your accuracy determines the state of supply of each unit, so you'll need to get good in these stages unless you skip them. After battles, you can resupply units with three things: combat strength, arm, air support, air, and supplies, sup. The amount of each depends on the date during the conflict and the actions of the enemy, but of course it is never enough. The end of the turn lets you reallocate your air forces and also decide whether to use nuclear or chemical weapons. The air forces can be used in many different ways for air superiority, counter-air, interdiction, reconnaissance, or three special missions. The aim is to achieve air dominance and thereby hamper the enemy's supply lines, or make direct strikes against an enemy ground unit. The final stage of each turn is where you have to make the hardest decision as to whether to use nuclear weapons. The procedure for this involves an authorization code word which can be obtained by actually phoning a special number, where not only will you get the code, but even more atmosphere from the message that comes along with it. Single strategic launches can be made against individual targets, or a massive strike across the whole front. The former is dangerous, It may provoke a disastrous response, while the latter inevitably leads to total destruction. At the end of the conflict, you'll get a command ability rating in percent and a message on who is winning the war. If it ends with massive nuclear strikes, there's of course no winner, and you get 0%. Instructions stress that the game must never happen. It must never happen for real, and it does serve to remind us of the dangers. It's a very absorbing program that provides a tough strategic challenge, and it makes you think more than most games. Second opinion. The potential destruction of civilization hardly seems a fitting subject for a game, yet Theatre Europe succeeds in presenting the subject not just with excitement but with sensitivity. You'll have yourself a kind of involved strategy game expected from PSS. But you'll also be forced to think about the wider issues of superpower tension and nuclear war, not least by that chilling phone message. Needless to say, the presentation of the game is of a very high standard. The accompanying material adds greatly to the background, while game graphics and sound are excellent. Good news! Great background story and instructions. Excellent atmosphere created by packaging and game. Handles a controversial issue impartially. A difficult game to master. Good mix of strategy and arcade action if required. Bad news. May be seen by some as tasteless. A word from our sponsors' wives. Yeah, okay. So I said to him, Nancy, I said, if you come back once more stinking of vodka, then I'm going back to Babushka Mikhail. It's over, kaput, finito. Yes, Rita, I sympathise, but of course Ron never gets into trouble like that. Well, not for a few years he hasn't. Talking of kaput, have you seen the new game from PSS? Theatre Europe, I think it's called? Oh, I don't go to the theatre anymore. The Bolshoi isn't what it was, you know. Not that kind of theatre. God, you can be stupid sometimes. I mean that war game that gives you the option to launch a total nuclear strike on the Warsaw Pact countries. Yes, Mikhail was playing it the other day. Only he was launching the rockets at the NATO countries. These men, I think it's disgusting encouraging people to do such things in games. Oh, Rita, I totally disagree. Theatre Europe's really an anti-war game. It makes you face up to the consequences of turning Europe into a massive nuclear camp. It forces you to think about the rivalry between the superpowers and what might happen. Rubbish! It's just an excuse for boys, and overgrown boys, to feel the thrill of pressing the button for real. They enjoy it, you know. All those cities go up in mushroom clouds. But Roddy was saying, listening to the telephone call where that poor little baby cries had made him think again about the whole nuclear business. He even asked Rambo if he should cancel Star Wars. Well, you can't fool me with your silly arguments. I know it's part of a warmongering plot. And if I catch my Mikhail playing it when he should be visiting the Smolensk Tractor Collective, there'll be fireworks in Red Square, I can tell you. Okay, good. Graphics 72, Sonics 33, grab factor 89, staying power 83, overall rating 86%. It's apparently very good. Okay. Now we can get started here. Okay. Alright. Missing a letter. Right. Here we go. Time for fun. Theatre Europe. A computer war game from PSS. Player versus computer. Player versus player. Computer versus computer. Oh, let's start. It's N for NATO. W for Warsaw Pact. Be NATO. 1, 2, or 3 for game level. Game level 1. We presume that's easiest. A for action screen. N for none. Gotta have action screen. B to load old game. R to reselect. P to play. We'll play. The enemy gets to go first. Now they're attacking. Select battle. We get to choose. This is. Here you go. It's action. These shots move weird. Rebuild phase. Okay, now we get to move. So I suppose we can move. Yeah. Move there. Sami. I guess they're neutral. Okay. Tech phase. Okay, select battle. Oh, hit it, hit it, hit it. Rebuild phase. Is that all I can do? Okay, whatever. Right. Oh, you have to do more. Oh, we do for each stat, do we? No idea what I'm doing here. Special mission phase. Strategic nuclear launch, press M. Strategic chemical launch, press. Maintain presence, stand, press N. Select the battle. Okay, we've got a copter. Okay, we get to move again. We might be losing. Tech phase. Select battle. Too much time going after copters. Get all the tanks. Easier the targets to hit. I think we're getting our asses kicked. Okay. Continue on. Alright. Oh boy. Let's move. Tech phase. Okay. Select battle. Not if we're going core planes. Too hard to hit. Vicky. Okay. 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 To move. Okay. Okay, I think we'll probably end that game here. This could take a while, so let's just launch a nuclear missile instead. Well, I just meant the next one, didn't I? Oh well, we'll do one more round. This is how bullets work. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, we ain't got many units left. Okay, M for nuclear launch. Gary's request is noted. You have 30 seconds to phone. Oh, it actually gives you a phone number? Boo! Like that phone number's still... Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. After 30 seconds does it. Enter authorization code now. No. Code error. Request refused. Ah, well. Not going to bother looking it up. Anyway, that was Theatre Europe. I suck at war games. Oh, quit that a little early. Alright, next game. Next game, another war game. It's called Death Wake. A very clever name for a game which you'll soon recognise as taking its inspiration from Beachhead. It's a multi-stage naval engagement in which you control your nation's air and sea defences in a last desperate attempt to destroy the enemy. The task is to blow up a research plant that will otherwise produce atomic weapons to win the war. Good. The main cog of the nation's defense is the Undaunted, which is the only weapon capable of destroying the research plant. If you lose this, the game will end. The game starts on a map. It starts on a map of the battle area showing air bases, radar ports, and other installations. The action alternates between this and several arcade sequences on the way to the target. There are 3 air bases on the map under your control, and these can be used to attack the enemy bases. All bases are boxes with a symbol inside. They turn grey when damaged and black when destroyed by raids from your bases. The enemy attacks can also knock out your bases, so the airfield should be hit first to lessen the threat, both to bases and the Undaunted. After raids have been exchanged, you enter one of the arcade sequences. The first involves a torpedo plane attack on the Undaunted and 2 escorting destroyers. The planes appear in groups of 3 from the right of the screen and drop torpedoes towards the 3 ships. They can be swerved to avoid them, or you can use the ship's three ships' guns to shoot planes before they release the torpedoes. The escort ships can afford to be lost, although this reduces firepower, but damage to the Undaunted is the main danger. After several waves, you return to the map screen for another exchange of air raids. The second arcade sequence is a battle against patrol boats, which come in from the both sides of the screen and then turn towards you before releasing more torpedoes that can again damage the ship. A pair of guns are at your defence at the bottom of the screen and can be moved left and right and have their elevation altered. As a last resort, you can again swerve to avoid the torpedoes as they slide menacingly towards you through the water. These early stages are initially very difficult, but once the trick to surviving them is found, they mostly become routine. After another go at the map screen, you have to negotiate a minefield by steering the ships through it. This is difficult with 3 ships to make sure it's the escorts that get destroyed, if anything. The next stage is a naval engagement with 3 destroyers. The display is as for the patrol boats, but with the 3 destroyers unmoving and large in your sights. Hitting them is easy with the guns, but it has to be done very quickly, or the enemy's own salvos will send the Undaunted to the bottom. The penultimate stage is very much a repeat of the torpedo plays, except that they are now bombers swooping in to be avoided or shot down in the same manner. Survive that, and up comes the research plant in the middle of the mountainside. Its doors are closing, and you have to train the ship's guns on the hull and fire through it before they shut. Succeed, and you get a big bonus. Fail, and you don't. Either way, the game ends there. Some of the graphics are okay, and the stages are quite testing. But following in the footsteps of Beachhead and the less impressive Assault on Port Stanley, I don't think it will get many pulses racing. Good news! Several different types of stage. A tough game for the first few plays. Bad news, once cracked there's little to hold your interest. The stages are fairly simple in nature. The map screen seems to serve little purpose. Here's a second opinion. Not much to say about this one. It's hard to summon up any kind of enthusiasm for a game as merely average as this. The gameplay you've seen it before in other programs. The strategy is negligible. Graphics are quite pretty and colourful, but it's about the best I can manage, I'm afraid. Oh, dude. Right. Graphics 57, Sonics 50, grab factor 63, staying power 42, AA rating 53%. Right. Right. Any more to this? No. It's just that. Okay. Yeah. Don't think I ever figured out how to get to the arcade stages in this one. So we'll try and see what happens. Alright. Deathwake. Yeah, good loading screen. Yeah, that's better. I think. The Undaunted. Today's high scores 100,000 points. Mike Dynamic Memory Web. John ZX Pickford. Andy Rambo Don't Push Me. Jim No Definitions Bagley. Oh no. Pete Pixel Plotter Harrison. Andy Hiccup The Management. Steve Rodders Pickford. Little Ran The Joystick Crusher. The Skoda Club of Great Britain. Big hello from Jake the 128. Chicken Oriental plus pineapple. Good. Alright. To redefine keys fire to start. Schubert uses joystick. It is. And now what? Yes, I've done that. What do I do? Really, now what do I do? Ah. Aha! Here we go. Click on the button. Torpedo plane attack. Oh, here we go. These bullets are hard to see. Oh, well, you failed. Okay. Didn't even get on the high school table. Let's try again. The assignment phase. Right, torpedoes. Oh, well, that worked out well. I can barely tell where the cursor even is. Oh, got one. Well, didn't even get any points for that. This is hard. What does this button do? I guess it cancels everything. Okay. Okay. So I did at least sort of where the sides are. Black on blue background is a terrible choice. Yeah, jeez. This is hard. Try again. Maybe at least get some points or something. How do I hit anything? How do I hit anything? It's stupid. Will we survive? We survived! Somehow. Right, use ones that are damaged apparently. patrol boats attacking. Well, this is... Really? Dead. You have failed. This game's hard. Try one more time. Well, this game's stupid. Okay. I think we'll leave that there. Go back to the magazine now. You know the things that are not war games. Flight Simulator Special. Oh boy, here we go. Tornado low level. Here we go. Here we go. The game claims to have the fastest, smoothest scrolling yet to be seen on the Amstrad. And for once, an advertisement blurb is correct. When this thing moves at high speed, it's mind-blowing. I haven't seen Mission Genocide yet. It's a couple of years off. You put out the controls of a tornado fighter on a mission to blow up 5 enemy bases. This has to be done from a very low level. And naturally, there are an awful lot of hazards and difficulties that confront you. The action takes place on a multi-screen playing area, where everything is represented in 3D. The tornado begins in a single runway, in the game where it is readied for action. A map of the whole playing area appears, and on it pop up the 5 bases which have to be bombed. Also, the fuel and time gauges fill up, and 10 bombs are placed aboard the plane. Fuel and bombs can be replaced at the runway, but the time for the mission must not be exceeded or the game ends. A warning sound is emitted when the plane runs short of fuel or time, and that should either send you panicking for the landing strip or hurrying after the last of the bases. The bases appear small circles on the ground, and to destroy them, the plane has to be flown low over the top and a bomb dropped. Trying to be accurate in this thing is hard, I found. You have to be so precise. Excellent control and timing are needed to complete the task, which is made harder by the surrounding obstacles. You don't hit anything. Just about everything can be crashed into except the runway if you approach it right for the landing. One of the nicest touches is the water, which is below the level of the land and of course it has cliffs all around it. Perhaps the best moment of the game is flying under a bridge or disappearing behind an outcrop of land to reappear safely on the other side. Crashes are marked by a wonderful explosion and bases go up with a small flash. The other graphics are excellent and the scrolling at high speed is superb. When the tornado is at full speed, the swing rings fold back and it zips across the landscape at supersonic speed. Beautiful to watch. When it dips down and the speed drops, and out come the wings again. The plane banks left and right, but this isn't on the spot, so space is needed. At any time, the map can be referred to, temporarily pausing the action to show you the plane's position. If all the targets are destroyed, you'll have to make it back to the runway to land, and another mission will be given to you even harder than the first. Targets will start to appear in the water and in very tight spots to get at, making destroying them all the more rewarding or annoying. The sound is limited to the roar of the plane's engines and the noise of explosions, but music would seem out of place anyway. The playing area isn't massive, but within are plenty of features and difficulties to make life extremely tough. Certainly a game that I could spend hours on end playing and just marveling at high speed, smooth scrolling. The lie of the land. There are lots of terrain features to watch out for and all of them to be avoided. Water ripples with waves and makes a lovely splash if you crash into it. We'll have to try that, I suppose. Houses come in various shapes and sizes with windows, roofs, doors, garden walls, and of course shadows. Trees comes in different varieties, but there's no skimming through the branches. Pylons run in long lines and are connected by wires. Can be flown over or under if you've got the nerve and skill. Bridges are a great thrill to fly under these, disappearing momentarily. Towers. There are a couple of these concrete monstrosities, and they can bring you down to earth even at maximum altitude. Poles. The same height as towers, and just as dangerous. Cliffs. The absent-minded sea skimmer can actually find himself embedded in Dover's whitest. Okay. Singing Opinion. Stunning scrolling and extremely tough gameplay make this a really absorbing program. Of course, everything programs. Of course, every game a program. The graphics are superb throughout the game, so even if you're crashing repeatedly, there's plenty to admire. You probably will crash pretty often. It's no joke trying to control a tornado when it's shooting along only a few feet above the ground and you're surrounded by pylons, houses, and trees. Finding targets is no problem, but actually managing to hit them with bombs is another thing altogether. I found myself flying around in circles to get the right line while my time and fuel ran out. Features like the sparkling water and the bridges add extra class to a program that would have been a rave without them. Good news! Fastest, smoothest scrolling yet on the Amstrad. Excellent graphics for the whole playing area. A very tough game task. Good control of a responsive fighter. Good reactions, efficiency, and daring are needed. Bad news. A few other planes to blow out of the sky would have been nice. Graphics 97, Sonics 34, grab factor 93, staying power 88, overall rating 90%. This seems pretty good then. Okay. Let's go to start playing the game. Okay. TLL. Ooh, we get mission info. Altimeter, fuel gauge, time limit, enemy targets, bombs, tornadoes left, score and high score. That's it. That's your mission info. Keyboard or joystick? Joystick, I guess. 10 bombs. Just 10. Right, down to go up if I remember. Yep. Off we go. Whee! This is fast. This is way too fast. Oh! Don't dive right. Don't dive right into the house. That's a bad idea. Okay. We'll get lower. Watch out for those. Oop, missed. 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 Oh! Hit the house. Well, this is going well. That's a target. It'd be nice if it turned a bit a little quicker. Game over. Hard to get used to, this is. Try again. There. Here's our target. Missed. Damn it. Missed. 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 I don't know how to time this. You don't actually see a visible bomb. Ow. Do I have any bombs left now? I'm out of bombs. Oh! Wasn't high enough. There we go, got one. Finally. Oh, hit the tree. We got one. Probably about as good as we're going to get. Hey! Oh god, that's going to be a hard one to do. Ooh. Oh no, that's that way. Okay, that's three. We're getting somewhere. Ugh. That one's going to be awkward. Oh, never mind. Game over. 950 points. We're making progress. Okay, let's try again. Bong, bong, bong. Missed. Missed. Got one. Damn it. God damn it. Oh, damn it. Line it up properly. I ain't got any bombs left. Oh, good. Oh. That was a little high. Oh, that's a quick way to get to refuel and restock bombs. Perfect. Gotta be perfect. Go down to the tree. Maybe controls a little oversensitive. That's how long it takes to get to the... Damn it. Got it, finally. See if we can... Okay, guess not. Landing seems hard. Try again. Oh, not on the ground. Stupid. Oh, that... Yeah, controls a little oversensitive. Oh, that was close. Missed, somehow. Got it. Oh, wrong direction. I wanted to pull up. Because it means pushing down. Try again. Oh, jeez. Never ever get confused with controls. Damn it. Trying to be accurate is not easy. Oh, come on. I hit that. There we go. And down to go up. How do you land? Like that. You have no room left. Oh, touch those wires, you just explode. The wires are unharmed. Okay, one last attempt here. Got it. First try. How about that? Another one down here. Just okay. Oh, of course. Landing is hard. Oh, not high enough. Oh, jeez. Where's that at? Okay. I've got no bombs left, so I have to land. Oh, poles. Well, we made made it over 1,000 points. Good enough. Okay. We can move on to the next game now. Nice change of pace. Alright, next game is Sweevo's World. Seen the advertisements? Seen the game advertising us, throwing us with Stan Laurel's face all the time? Anyway, this is the game. So, in a refreshing departure from the complicated, serious arcade adventures, Gargoyle have launched upon an unsuspecting public a cross between E.T., Stan Laurel, and C-3PO. He's got the weirdest sense of humour of any robot I've ever met, and lives in a world populated by little Hitlers, big sprouting fingers, and nervous geese. Each self-willed extreme environment vocational organism, Sweevo, has to clear up a planet in order to enter human service. Sweevo has been allocated a planet peopled by genetic experiments, and the instructions and scenario are peppered with puns and silliness that should raise a smile or two. The game itself also has its funny moments, with the cutely animated Sweevo getting into some very odd situations. There are 4 starting locations for the game, and you can select which one Sweevo will parachute into using his trusty umbrella. The first thing you notice is the graphical similarity to the filmation technique used in Ultimate's Night Law and Alien 8 games. Each room is shown in 3D diagonal view, with a stretched-necked Sweevo shuffling about the place in diagonal directions. The rooms are full of wacky objects, mostly fruit, skulls, and gravestones, and puzzles which have to be solved. In this respect, it differs from the Ultimate games. There are many more types of puzzle, features, humour, and transport methods. To clean up the planet, Sweevo has to kill off all the living organisms. These take 4 forms. Ouijoos are odd beasts with horned heads that have to be washed. Tyrants, which are little Hitlers with moustache and salute who have to be trounced. Minxes are annoying creatures who have to be mashed. And geese waddle about waiting to be ghosted. There's a special method for killing each of them, but you'll have to find it for yourselves. In his quest to kill off these mutants, Sweevo has to watch out for many dangers that can injure or kill him. Pretty much anything will kill him. Bumping into fruit, skulls, gravestones, and other features will knock him down, weakening his energy. This is represented by an enlargement of Sweevo's face, which gradually turns more unhappy and gaunt until it becomes a skull and he dies. Other objects can be instantly lethal, like 1-ton weights and fingers. Yes, fingers. The weights are suspended on pillars that dissolve when bumped into and crush anything underneath. Fingers are disgusting projections that thrust upward out of the ground and then disappear, killing you if you happen to have been standing on top of that spot. There are objects that can be collected from many of the puzzles contained in the game, like tins, boots, teddy bears, booze, and brownies. What you do with them is another mystery to work out, but collecting most of them requires a satisfying mixture of logical thinking and good reactions. Cracking puzzles gives you a real kick, and although they aren't as tough and complicated as Gargoyle's previous games, they're a lot more fun. One nice touch is the methods for getting between levels in the game. Sweevo can stand on explosive pads that bounce him up a level, or drop through holes in the floor where he floats down until under his umbrella. Lifts also play an important part in many locations and are activated just by standing on them. The humour and graphics in the game are great, with some teasing puzzles to solve and plenty of game to explore. The similarity to previous games doesn't matter at all, because there are too many original touches to keep you occupied. A marvellous departure for Gargoyle, showing that they have more than one string in their talented bow. Second opinion. The initial reaction of, oh no, not another Ultimate-ish 3D game, is very rapidly replaced by astonishment at the brilliance of the graphics and the wit of the gameplay. It really is an enchanting arcade adventure with some tough and very funny puzzles. Sweevo itself, is a weird-looking critter, spelled critter with a U, who quickly insinuates itself, into your affections. It's a sad moment when the grinning Stan Laurelish face turns into a horrible skull. But this is a game which is going to give you a lot more laughs and tears on your way to a solution. Got the graphic difference. One of the most endearing things about the game is the delightful graphics that keep occurring. Sweevo himself wanders around looking gormless and cute with his silly long neck displaying real star quality when he gets boosted to another level or floats down one. Some of the dangers are just is well done, particularly the Tyrant and Fingers. The Tyrant is an obvious hill of a straight arm salute and a daft little block moustache as he struts about looking imperial. The Fingers are truly grotesque, but really do look as good as they rise up and down, presenting a serious threat to poor Sweevo. Good news! Great 3D graphics. Good sense of humour in instructions and graphics. Testing puzzles to work out. Delightful screen designs and features. Large, complicated playing area. Bad news. Some similarities to other games. Graphics 96, Sonics 42, grab factor 90, staying power 85, overall rating 90%. Here's his face. So yeah, what we might do actually is perhaps, if the instructions are so interesting, maybe we'll have a look at them. So to find them first. Hopefully they've been scanned. Let's see here. See if we get a capture up here for this. Okay. Oh. Little. There we go. Okay, here we go. Life of Sweevo. For a self-willed robot, purpose-built to ease man's burdens, seek out extreme environments, and generally boldly go, Sweevo was a bit of a flop. So far, during Robot Android Training School, RATS, he had failed the memory test, forgot to turn up, failed the intelligence test, forgot his name, and had been disqualified from coordination classes when, while trying to scratch his knee, he had accidentally turned himself off. All in all, a complete disaster. But the kindly old Robomaster had decided to give poor Sweevo a final chance, only in the hopes of getting rid of him forever. Each self-willed extreme environment vocational organism was allocated a problem planet to clean up before it was allowed to enter active service. Such worlds abounded in the grand empire of man, who tend to get pretty messy, what with a galaxy to run and all. Odorata 5, for example, the home for old training shoes in the Syrian sector, or Wrigless, which for some reason known only to the Space Angling Guild, was entirely populated by worms. Lucky old Sweevo was dropped into an artificial planetoid shown on the star maps as Nuts Folly. I'm sure that's how it's pronounced. Built by the mad Baron Nuts and for his wife Hazel, an almond-eyed beauty from Brazil. Doesn't scroll far enough. Here we go. Yeah, the Folly was the most bizarre planet in the Empire. Long deserted by humans, it was now populated by a host of genetic experiments created by nuts before he went completely screwy and finally lost his thread. Can our hero overcome the absurd changes that face him and reach active status? Is the kindly old Robomaster due for a shock when Sweevo returns from his mission? Will Nuts Folly be renamed Sweevo's World? Probably not. The point of it all. The results of the Baron's strange genetic experiments have completely overrun the artificial planetoid and must in some manner be eliminated. The main task would seem to be the extermination of an organism originally designed to look after the Folly and keep it clean. The waste ingestion and janitor units, known commonly as widgers, they are not really dangerous, but are extremely irritating and deserve everything they get. On the other hand, the creatures built to guard the place are very dangerous and will attack at every opportunity. Luckily, due to a deprived childhood and the breeding vats, they each have a special weakness which can be used to attract them. Sweevo's energy level can be judged by the expression on the face of the large dial. The goose that lays the golden egg, however, will provide extra energy if he is startled from behind. The selector pulse shows the position to be occupied if an object is picked up, or the object to go if it is dropped. Scoring is very complex and largely irrelevant, but remember that for Sweevo to reach full active status, all other organisms must be eliminated. Oh, and beware of the fruit. Yeah, keys. So basically you have left, right, up, down pretty much. And you got a button to pick up, drop, or boo. Yeah. Okay. Let's just get us started now. This game's a bit of a mess. Well, it's not a mess, but let's just say it's a little hard. Ah. Okay. This is his face. It's just Dan Laurel. Yeah, music. Ugh. Okay. Time to start the game. Joystick. Where do we start? The first cut, dead center, waiting room with fruit salad. I said beware of the fruits, so she did the fruit first cut. He's a little dude. You can stand on top of the moving platforms. Do not touch them if you're on the ground, though. Oh, like that. So instant death. Ooh, get out of the way. Okay, we're out of the way. You use your finger. Look at that. It just pops up. Oh. Here we go, just like that. Know when the finger doesn't show up, I guess. That's a really, really good face. Skulls, do not touch them, they drain energy. Like that. Oh! Face. Okay. We gotta figure out a way out through here. It's probably a mistake. Yeah. Block. Dead. Because, unlike the Ultimate games, you have no jump. It's completely incapable of jumping. It's got a button to pick up objects. Oh, jeez. Do we push these or something? Can't pick them up with a 1 ton, I suppose. Okay. Now what? Doesn't really help us any. Yeah, just leave. Go this way. Probably just as deadly. It is a finger. Oh. There you go. Killed by a finger up the backside. Can't run into the skulls, so that stops you. And you. World explored 3.5%. Ouija's wasted 0. Torrents trounced 0. Minxes mashed 0. Geese ghosted 0. Brownie points 0. Marks for tidiness 0. You've made it complete. Pig's ear. Try again. Up we go. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go to the waiting room. Place to start. Oh, there's a finger where you start as well. Oh, there's an item. Oh. Finger. Go, run. Ugh. Can't just get, just can't run into the. Okay. Whatever. Let's go. He looks worried. Room's empty. I don't trust empty rooms. Pineapples. I bet they're deadly. that a goose? It looks like a vulture to me. Whatever. It's a boo! Okay. Looks worried again. Oh. Oh! Can't run into the lift. He looks really worried. So how the hell do you get up there? This is the pineapples room again. Oh. Tired! Go up here. Can't run into anything, he just dies. I don't know what he's supposed to do there. Ow. Insta kills you. Of course it. Okay, I get the idea, game. Here we go. Oh, what is that thing? Well, don't put it on the left. What do you want me to do? You have no jump. Ditto. 4.5%. Made a complete pig's ear. Try somewhere else. Dead center. Where's a boo? How are you supposed to even get that? I mean, you have no jump. Oh no, more fingers. Got a little more. Okay, got through somehow. Through the finger maze of doom. Cherries, I bet they're deadly too. Oh, dead. Killed by the lift, because it's a thing games are good for. Oh! No! Platforming is stupid in this game. Oh! Okay. Forget the timing eventually. Single skull in this room. Platforms. Yeah, things are deadly. What the hell is that thing? Is that a gnome or something? Well, not much you can do there. Oh, jeez. Okay. We're just back here now. Let's run into the cherries. It's not good for you. Oh! Okay. Whatever those things are. Let's go down here. Oh, theatre. Well, perfect. Yeah, this game's hard. Right, let's go to the last area. See if we look around there. Fruit salad. Don't touch the giant fruit. Fingers. They expect me to get up here though. I don't have a a jump. Just have a pick up, drop, or boo. Oh. Can't get there, huh? Oh, that's the way we came in. This way then. Oh, dead. Wonderful. How do we negotiate our way through here? Like that, I guess. Oh no, more platforms. God, how do you expect me to get through here? You can't touch the damn things. They kill you. See, you can't jump. Just got whatever pickup is. No, you can't go through there. Oh. So I know what the game expects you to do. Can't get through here? Really? See, if the one that's hiding behind the door there that we can't see. Okay. Now I'm up here. Now what? End on the thing? Okay. Oh. Did it. 3.5% explored. Made a complete pig's ear. I should know more about this game. Okay. We'll just move on to the next game. This is something that'll take a while to really get into. If you have the patience. Okay. Alright. Next game. Oh no, it's Elite. Another game that'll take ages to get into. But here we are. £15 on cassette only. No disc version. Oh, I suppose we might as well get this over with. We've got an hour to go. The most talked about game of 1985 has arrived and is still living up to its name by joining the elite ranks of games on the Amstrad. The game is a classic combination of trading and space shoot-'em-up action set in a massive universe of 2,000 planets and 8 galaxies. It captures the attention of nearly everyone who plays it by plunging them into a world so real and absorbing that you could play it forever. The impressive packaging is the first thing that captures the eyes and imagination, presenting masses of background information, humour, and atmospheric detail. The instruction booklet introduces you to the world in which you are about to be immersed, and a story, The Dark Wheel, sets the scene and builds up the atmosphere for the task ahead. All the controls and tasks will take a while to learn, but the instructions are well written, and despite their length, should guide you into the game quite easily. You begin the ultimate in space adventure at a planet called Lave, in the bottom left-hand corner of Galaxy 1. From this starting point, with an ill-equipped Cobra Mark III ship and only 100 credits in your pocket, you have to take on the universe at trading and in battle. You'll need fuel to start your travels, and after this, you can launch the Cobra and practice some flying. After blasting down the launching tunnel, the ship emerges to the sight of a coloured planet and space dust whizzing by. Now is your chance to get familiar with the ship's instrumentation and control, and practice docking with the space station which you just left. Flying controls and scanner may seem complicated at first, but a little practice in the safety of the station area will ease a pilot into the rigours of life among the elite. Now you should study all the scanners and information at your disposal on the various menus. In flight you can view space from forward, rear, left and right angles, with space dust and all the other objects visible in the relevant view. Information is also contained on the instrument panel of shield status, cabin and laser temperatures, altitude, missiles, speed, radar, attitude, and power. The radar scan is the most complicated of these to understand, as it presents a three-dimensional view of the surrounding space, but again, practice will enable you to track objects quite successfully. Successfully. Space dust, scattered like glittering stars, is the only constant feature in the view. There are many other colourful objects that can appear. Planets and suns come in several different colours, and this really brings a whole new look to the display. Not only do the planets vary in colour, but so do the other ships and space stations from system to system. The ships are still line drawn, and the planets do not obscure space dust, but colour really does brighten up the view. The ships in the game are all named after snakes and have a distinctive appearance, from the deadly lines of the police's vipers to the sinister Third Alliance of the bounty hunters and the evil crates, much loved by pirates. Some ships will be peaceful traders and won't attack, but others will go after you for the cargo, and the police will swarm over lawbreakers. Most dangerous of all are Thargoids, an insectoid race, who spell instant death for most flyers and can attack in even greater numbers than the police vipers. The combat element is vital to success, but without good trading it counts for little. Trading is how money is made and equipment bought, for which you need a good knowledge of the economic and social structure of the universe. Some planets are particularly good for buying and selling goods, some hold many dangers for the unwary pilot. For instance, computers will fetch a high price on a poor agricultural world, but it may also be an anarchist or feudal planet, and therefore swarming with pirates. As your wealth increases, new pieces of equipment can be bought to make your task easier and quicker. The aim is, of course, to become elite. You begin as harmless, and through surviving battles and destroying the ships, the rating can be increased. But beware, achieving elite status is very tough. Within the major quest are many subsidiary steps, such as gaining an expensive piece of equipment, exploring a new galaxy, or completing one of the 4 special missions. These missions will crop up when your rating suggests you are ready to handle them. Their secret nature means that you'll have to wait to find out what they are. During any stage of the game, a number of menus can be accessed, giving information on a ship's position and trading status. These are the galactic chart, short-range chart, market prices, and overall status information. Other menus can only be accessed when docked. These are the buying and selling of goods and buying of equipment. The vector graphics are excellent, smooth moving, and the variety of colours makes the display superb. Many nice touches have been included, such as the tunnels when entering or leaving a space station in hyperspace, and the blurring of the stars as the ship jumps forward a planet or jumps towards a planet or sun. Most of the sound effects are disappointing, but the wimpy laser sound is more than made up for by the colourful explosion of an enemy ship when you get enough hits on it. The gameplay is wonderfully addictive and really does succeed in taking you into a new world of challenge and danger. There are plenty of add-ons for your vessel, but they all cost money. Some of them a small fortune. Fuel needed for every trip. Missiles the ship can carry forward, which home in on the enemy ships. Large cargo bay. Enlarged cargo capacity from 20 to 35 tons. ECM system defends against missiles. Pulse lasers, weakest laser system. Beam lasers, middle strength laser system. Military lasers, strongest lasers, very deadly and expensive. Mining lasers, used to extract cargo from asteroids. Fuel scoops, collect cargo in space and scoop fuel from suns. Energy bomb, destroys all ships within scanner range of ship. Energy unit, replenishes energy and shields faster. Escape pod, used in emergencies to escape a doomed ship. Docking computer, docks automatically at space stations. Galactic hyperspace, used to get between the 8 galaxies. Second opinion. 2 or 3 years ago, the computer game scene was flooded with tawdry little space trading games, in which you flitted around a pathetically small universe in search of goods and a little bit of fun. Sometimes you got the goods, but you hardly ever found any fun. Elite has taken that very basic formula and turned it into a superbly executed and totally involving game. The idea is essentially the same, but with just about every addition you could want. Add to this the truly superb graphics, a witty scenario, and some complex strategy, and you have a mega game. It's not easy to play, but I'm still languishing as harmless at the bottom of the rankings. So what's new? But I know that with time and hard work, I can become a contender. I will be elite. Good news! Lots more colour than previous versions of the game. Smooth vector graphics. Great combination of trading and shoot 'em up. Tremendous lasting challenge to get equipment and explore universe. Excellent packaging and atmosphere. 4 special missions. Bad news, it is rather expensive. Graphics 96, Sonics 24, grab factor 94, staying power 95, overall rating 94%. That's almost as good as Night Law is. Alright, but we gotta get this over with now. Okay. That's right. Yeah. You have to run elite. Doesn't tell you which file to load though. Bar CPM doesn't work. You have to figure it out. Read the manual, I guess. Got music. Kinda. Oh, original music even. Okay, enough of this music. Space Commander. Present system, Lave. Hyperspace system, Lave. Fuel, 7.0 light years. Cash, 100 credits. Legal status, clean. Rating, harmless. Equipment, front pulse laser. So now what? We're just waiting. Speed it up. No? Oh, no, we just push a key. No? Product food. Okay. Oh, so these options aren't obvious. Ship. Collected chart 1. Short range chart. Data on Lave. Market prices. Inventory. Docked. 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 Ship. Fuel. Trying to buy fuel. Okay. And off we go, I guess. Doing whatever. The lasers. It's a good laser sound. Boy. Hyperspace. Okay. That's what hyperspace looks like. I don't know the country. What the controls are, though, unfortunately. I did something. Just paused, did I? Okay. There's your right view. Back to chart. Back to front view. Oh. Okay, the rotate controls. Found the rotate controls. This is exciting. Let's see if we can look up controls here. Make it easier. Okay. Increase speed of space. Instructions for the spectrum. Amstrad does not have a symbol shift key. Lens lock instructions in English. We don't have to worry about that. What are French instructions? We don't have English instructions for the game apparently. This is not helping. Apparently space will we'll increase our speeds. Oh, see what happens. Okay, yep. Space increases. Question mark to decrease speed. Not sure this really helps much. Exciting. We do we get something to shoot? Something's going to happen eventually, right? We're going to like reach the planet or something. This is exciting. Wish I knew what I was doing. Getting closer. I'm just waiting for us to just crash into the planet and just die. Probably exactly what's going to happen. Ooh, gonna get there eventually, right? It's turned yellow. Okay, it's turned yellow. But don't know what that means. closer and closer. You're getting closer. How close do we have to get for something to happen? Think we're close enough. Is it AL altitude? I have no idea. It's getting closer and closer. I have no idea how to dock. Game over. Yep, we crashed into the planet. Good. Okay, the top two bars on the left are shields. Speed, yeah, speed. Energy bars. Let's explain everything. Uh, anyway, let's try again. One. Click the window. Helps. Press space, Commander. Wait. No cargo. Fuel for 7 light years. What if we buy some Buy some food, see what happens. What were the prices here? 3.6. The space range. How do I select? Well, I think the game broke. Game broke. Try again. Okay. Right. Aha! Deselect it. Distance 3.1. Okay. Okay, how we go? Okay. Okay. And we just keep the dot in the center, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. this speeds things up a bit. Oh, got a thing here. Is this wooey dock? What is this? Okay, that's a thing. Do I pick up anything? There's nothing of interest. Okay, got a thing here. I went through it. So you can arrange. Can we speed up now? No. There we go. Going missile. Run. Get the hell out of here. Oh boy. Missile's coming. Do I have to deal with this, I suppose? I guess I do. One. Yay! Destroy something! Woo! It's the thing. Oh, good. Off we go. Who's that thing on the... Maybe it won't notice me. I think it noticed me. I think... Deal with it, I guess. Oh. It's gone. Can you speed up again? Come on. Can we speed up again? At least your energy replenishes over time. I suppose it's something. Yeah, the energy's full, I guess. Shield's replenished too. Okay. Come on. Takes long enough. Can't speed. Oh, no, there you go. Use a speed up. We stopped again. Guess yellow was some sort of caution or something. Maybe he won't notice us. I think I might read the instructions on how to dock. There must be instructions on how to dock in the manual somewhere, even if it's a Spectrum version. See. Docking procedure. Docking with a Coriolis space station is never easy unless the ship is equipped with an automated docking computer. In case C will activate it. Locate the station and approach it. The entrance tunnels to all these stations face the mother planet. Fly near the station and approach the final moments of docking at dead slow speed. Failure to dock cleanly can be fatal and may simply result in your scraping the sides of the aperture, with consequent loss of defensive shields and quite possibly your cargo. Mainly controls the Cobra roll motion to match the rotation of the Coriolis station. The entry port must be nearly horizontal as possible. If docking is successful, protect the fuel across the station entrance. Everything is handled automatically. So yeah, you gotta this is hate the station. This is not working out well. Back to the French manual. At least this explained things. Well, kind of explained things. It's 7 is the compass. Yes. Here's the station. What is the E? I don't know. This game's confusing. Okay. Play it out. We've passed the planet now. Hit the station or not? How do we find the station? It's not obvious. Oh, it is something that shot at me. Oh, good. I hit it! Well, I think I got it.